Chapter 110. The Mysterious Shangguan Trace. Great Han Dynasty. Above the Heavenly Palace. Golden Dan Realm. The crowd had long since stopped looking at Gu Hai's cultivation level, or else they wouldn't have formed an alliance of 20 Yuanying realms, archers. At once, a guard roared from the square. A large number of guards quickly drew their bows and arrows. Gu Hai slowly reached out and stopped all attacks. On the side, Gu Qin quietly retreated to the back. "Gentlemen, you have traveled a long way. I wonder what you have to say," Gu Hai said coldly. The 20 cultivators looked above the square, and when they saw Yao Zhengshan, the crowd passed by as if they didn't recognize Yao Zhengshan. Gu Hai gave a slight burst of light laughter and said, "Not bad. I got the Earth Dragon vein. Why did you all come here without telling me this time? Hand over the Earth Dragon vein. Spare you from death." "Yes, hand over the Earth Dragon vein." In the midst of the crowd shouting, the man in white at the head waved his hand, stopping the crowd's words. The crowd was slightly stunned. "You guys came to rob my Earth Dragon vein today. Have you ever thought about my retaliation? In the coming day, I'll patronize all 20 of your sects one by one. Do you believe I'll slaughter all 20 of you?" Gu Hai said with a glare in his eyes. The faces of the crowd changed, and one of them said with wildly fluttering eyelids, demonic words, "Strike together and finish him off." "Here, after getting the dragon vein, will a bunch of your sects still merge? Am I wrong? I'll slaughter them one by one. Can you guys block it?" Gu Hai said in a cold voice. Gu Hai's cold drink caused the 20 Yuanying realms to hesitate for a while. The incoming momentum from just now seemed to have weakened a lot in an instant, and one of the cultivators even glanced at Yao Zhengshan. "Not bad. Take down Gu Hai." Bearing their swords, the crowd immediately drew their respective swords. Whew! In that split second, steeply, a rolling fog enveloped the four directions. "Not good. 28 heaven and earth vertical formation," someone exclaimed. At that instant, the crowd rushed down towards Gu Hai. Yao Zhengshan stared at Gu Hai, while Gu Hai stood with his arms folded, not moving at all. "Then what's going on with this grand formation?" Yao Zhengshan revealed a bewildered look. Boom! A great fog enveloped the four directions, and the 20 Yuanying realms that had originally rushed in were suddenly lost. "What's going on? Where is everyone? I can't find my way either. Fly upwards, fly upwards. Ah, that's not up." A crowd of Yuanying realms were amongst the shouts of alarm in the fog. "Powerful and powerful. Power plucks the mountain, and the qi covers the world." As if 20 Xiongyu were shouting at the same time, 20 loud bangs sounded at the same time. Boom, 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 boom. A series of miserable screams rang out. The entire court stared wide-eyed. This is an immortal who is able to fly in the sky. Actually so miserable amongst the screams. The emperor didn't move. What's going on then? Meng Tai was also staring at Gu Hai with wide eyes. 20 Yuanying realms, although they all seemed to be Song Shengping's kind of goods. But they were still Yuanying realm and they were trapped so lightly. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Mr. Yao, Me Yao. Steeply, a loud cry came from the fog. Me Yao. Outside the Great Hall, many of the courtiers instantly changed their faces and looked at Yao Zhengshan together. At this moment, Yao Zhengshan suddenly struck towards Gu Hai with a palm, and within the palm, he carried a huge might, as if he wanted to palm Gu Hai to death with a single strike. Boom! There was a loud bang and the earth shook violently. It was Gu Hai who suddenly took out the Heavenly Jin Divine Seals and Unknown Time, brazenly slamming into Yao Zhengshan while crushing down with a loud bang. Boom! Yao Zhengshan's palm dipper shattered with a loud bang, and he was instantly crushed under the Heavenly Jin Divine Seal. What? How could you? Yao Zhengshan's face changed in shock. How could you defend against you? Huh? Gu Hai suddenly revealed a cold smile and said. Yao Zhengshan stared at Gu Hai as a wave of incredulity flashed through his eyes. He was supposed to sneak attack Guhai. How come he was sneaked attacked by Guhai instead? Under the Heavenly Zhen Divine Seal, Yao Zhengshan seemed to be about to take shape, but the Heavenly Zhen Divine Seal seemed to have the weight of 1,000,000 tons in an instant, pressing Yao Zhengshan so hard that he couldn't move. This Heavenly Zhen Divine Seal, but there is a hidden Earth Dragon Vein. Earth Dragon Vein has the weight of this 9.5 islands, not counting the power of this Divine Seal suppression of mine. Yao Zhengshan, you are really good at calculating or using 20 Yuanying realms to lure me into distraction, and then sneak attacking from my back. If I hadn't been on guard against you, I would have let you in just now, Guhai said in a cold voice. Why? How could you have defended against me? How could you guard against me? Boom, 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 boom. There was a steep burst of loud noise, and 20 Yuanying realms were immediately knocked into the ground, and the surrounding clouds slowly dispersed. Not far from these 20 people, Gukin slowly walked over. Father, these 20 incoming offenders have all been taken down. My son has already wasted their dantian. They have all been wasted, Gukin said with a respectful salute. It was the Crown Prince. It was the Crown Prince who set up the formation just now. The crowd of courtiers were shocked. Meng Tai looked at Gukin, and his eyelids also fluttered furiously. This unassuming Prince of Great Han, 20 Yuanying realms, all planted in his hands. Earlier, Meng Tai was still confident that he was the strongest person in Great Han except for Gu Qi. But now he looked at Gukin, but his heart was chilled. What is that big formation just now? 20 Yuanying realm war. Everyone saw how powerful Guhai was, and actually ignored this Gukin, who had received the inheritance of Old Man Chess Viewer. No one knew what the inheritance was, but he was only at the innate realm, and 20 Yuanying realms were wasted by his turn of the eye. Meng Tai also looked at Gukin in a state of shock. Yes, Gukin answered. The legacy of Old Man Chess Viewer. Cough cough, I see. Ha ha ha, Guhai, I still underestimated your Great Han dynasty, but I don't understand. Why are you defending against me? Why do you still need to inform Shangguan Scar first, and then Shangguan Scar to inform me? Shangguan Scar. Yao Zhengshan looked at Shangguan Scar in confusion. Meng Tai, Gukin and the others all looked at Shangguan Scar in surprise. Right? Why did Shangguan Scar come to report just now? Carry it up, Shangguan Trace said in a cold voice. Soon, a group of guards carried up a pile of bones that was 500 feet long. Meow, can you recognize it? Whose bones are these? Guhai sneered. This is Jiao Long Fu blood. Yao Zhengshan's face changed. Peony sect, the Fu blood dragon bone that was devoured by the bone blade with only bones left. I didn't even think of it. Mr. Yao, Fu blood, you turned out to be one and the same. Zhuangwu, tortoise and snake, turtle body, snake body separated. Both want to evolve towards the dragon race. You, how did you know that? Yao Zhengshan was surprised. If it wasn't for Shangguan Trace reminding me, I would have almost been fooled by your appearance. You know that it's tough to compete for the Earth Dragon Vein, and that you can't get it at all. And knowing that I can unlock the 29th Heaven and Earth vertical chess game, you befriended me in the hope that I would get the Earth Dragon Vein, and then snatched the Earth Dragon Vein from my hands, leaving a sea demon in my mansion, not to pass on a message, but to spy on me. Guhai coldly looked at Yao Zhengshan. You, how did you know? Yao Zhengshan was shocked. Shangguan Trace found out. He has seen you, and saw this dragon bone, and found that the two of you actually have the same breath. At first told me. I was still a bit unconvinced, and asked him to confirm it again. And earlier entered the temple to report to me that you have come, but secretly reminded me that I have already determined that you and Fu blood are originally one. Zhuangwu. Oh, good Zhuangwu not do, but want to evolve into a dragon. Gu Hai coldly said. Shangguan trace, impossible. Mayan Fu blood Zora has long been heaven and earth different. How could you possibly find out? Yao Zhengshan stared at Shangguan trace incredulously. Shangguan trace, however, looked towards Gu Hai Dao. Your Majesty, my subordinate would like to request this basho from Your Majesty. Oh. Granted, Gu Hai nodded. Shangguan trace, however, walked step by step to Yao Zhengshan. Yao Zhengshan stared at Shangguan trace, revealing a trace of bewilderment, but then he saw Shangguan trace suddenly press his hand on top of Yao Zhengshan's forehead. Yao Zhengshan's face abruptly changed. This aura, you actually are. Boom. Shangguan trace probed his hand, and Yao Zhengshan's eyes immediately rolled over, lifeless. Boom. However, it was seen that Yao Zhengshan seemed to be transforming into a huge basha form. Shangguan's scar, however, pinched out a few seals. Buzz, the huge hegemonic lower body, steeply became smaller, slowly becoming smaller, gradually becoming only the size of a palm. With a wave of his probing hand, Gu Hai put away the heavenly Zhen divine seal and looked at Shangguan trace in amazement, only to see Shangguan's scar slowly put the smaller body of Bajia into his sleeve. The ministers were appalled for a moment, as Meng Tai watched Shangguan scar's movements. His eyelids also fluttered furiously. That Yao Zhengshan, even he is not a match for him. He was suppressed by the heavenly suppression seal of God. But where did this Shangguan scar come from? How to pack him, if to pack a chicken in general? Apart from ancient kin, is there such a pervert in the Great Han Dynasty? How many other secrets do I not know? Meng Tai is getting more and more frightened. A crisis turned into nothing. All right, retire from the court, Gu Hai said in a deep voice. Long live the Emperor, long live the Emperor. The group of ministers paid a respectful obeisance.